Her friends call her magic, and anyone who wonders why only has to see her play. Nancy Lieberman, number 10, the redhead from Queens who came to Virginia 4 years ago to put women's basketball on the map. She did it with ease, leading her team to one national title already while picking up almost every possible accolade along the way. Lieberman is more than just an All-American. Last year, she won the coveted Wade Trophy as a junior. That's the Heisman Trophy of women's college basketball. Back as a senior, Lieberman has led her top-ranked club to a 28-1 record, a fourth straight state title, and a win over the Russia national team. Old Dominion hasn't lost since Christmas, and now in the playoffs, the Lady Monarchs are a definite favorite.
Well, I would have to say we are the favorite going into the national tournaments. But the playoffs are very funny. Anything can happen, and we can't afford to look by anybody in one loss, and it's all over. The regular season is over now. The record was great, and we established ourselves, but we can't afford to rest on the regular season.
After the playoffs, Lieberman and her senior partner, 6'5" Ing Nissen of Randers, Denmark, are expected to be the first two picks in the Women's Pro League draft. Lieberman, for one, feels the pros are here to stay.
Well, I'm looking forward very much to getting involved with the Women's Professional Basketball League. I think right now it's having a little bit of problems because there's not enough name players in the league to help keep the interest of the fans up. Fans like to come out to the ball games to see players that they've read about, how they can judge them on their own or enjoy their talents. And Ann Myers can't do this by herself. And I think right now, as I said before, the best players and the best basketball is in college. So I think next year it'll be a complete turnover, and it'll really help establish and give the league some credibility.
Any ideas to where you might go?
Right now it's hard to say. They tell me that California's in last place. Milwaukee is down near the bottom, so I think that's the way they run the draft, where the team that has the worst record gets the first draft pick.
Have you and Ing decided which one you want to go to?
Well, a few people have said if I go one and Ing goes two, at this point right now, I'd probably end up in California, and Ing would end up in Milwaukee. So sometimes I kid Ing and tell her that she'll have to buy some snowshoes. She says she's not going to Milwaukee unless they change the climate.
Regardless, wherever Nancy Lieberman plays, the gym will quickly heat up. The former Olympian may not make it to Moscow, but she is confident the Pro League will be her showcase of the future.
Yeah, we have too many talented athletes coming out of college who are going to play in the pros, and it's going to be a business. It's going to be a very good entertainment for the fans. And whereas right now people are getting tired of the pro basketball, tired of a lot of those kind of pro sports, where women's basketball is not a fad, and it's not here and then won't be. It's going to be here for a long time to come.
And with a little bit of magic, who knows? It may make it after all. Bruce Rader for ESPN in Norfolk, Virginia. For the past few years, Nancy Lieberman has been women's college basketball. A member of the 1976 U.S. Olympic team, Lieberman was twice named the College Player of the Year, while she led Old Dominion to 2 national championships. She easily made the Olympic team again this year, but abruptly quit this week to show support for President Carter's proposed boycott.
I feel that for me not going to this international competition is very little for me to have to give up to be an American citizen and to back the government and the president. If we don't back the president, I think all the other countries are just aren't going to have any respect for us. And right now, they're all laughing at us.
Today in Norfolk, Lieberman met with the press and finally explained why she quit the Olympic team. She says it was the toughest decision she ever had to make.
You know, half of me as an athlete wants to compete and wants to play, but I think the most important part is, I'm also a citizen of the United States, and it's very important for me to, back my country. And it was very emotional and very hard decision for me because of my ties to the United States Olympic Committee.